Paul from ScriptCAD, programmable models for your 3D printer, laser cutter, CNC. An online editor for makers and open hardware hackers. So that's pretty interesting. OpenSCAD Blade. So it looks like you can take OpenSCAD, maybe some other things. Let's see. Is it just OpenSCAD? Oh, wow. Look at this. Oh, wow. You can do a 2D sketch. Oh, interesting. So it shows you the code. So I can kind of use this like a... wow, huh? That's pretty cool. Select opposite corner. Interesting. And I can probably put on distance constraints. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Look at that. 50 millimeter. I can't put in units. But I think OpenSCAD is kind of like I think they're trying to stay pretty close to the OpenSCAD spec. But that's pretty cool. Wow. That's awesome. ScriptCAD. 3D with JSCAD. NopSCADlib. Yeah, NopSCADlib is pretty awesome. Cash me if you can. UIUsh? Question mark. What are you guys talking about? Welcome. Yeah, we might be working on some auto routing caching. I have to go through and make sure. I haven't looked. Usually before I go to bed, I look at people's reviews. So we're gonna spend some time on people's reviews. We've got port docs to Docusaurus. API key. Your search API key is a public API key. It is safe to commit it. So I have to go to Algolia to get that. Okay, so it looks like they did this. You know, on this PR for Docusaurus, it's not too big, but I feel like I might just wait on Rashab to... Oh, what does it look like? I guess that's about what I should expect, right? For a Docusaurus doc. I feel like Bun looks better, though. Let's take a look at Bun's docs. Something that's weird about Bun's docs is they kind of put it all into full screen, right? They don't have that outline on the side. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure this is all Docusaurus. Maybe I should be picky. Hold on. Let's see. You know, it is kind of similar, actually. I think the only difference is the outline. And yeah, I think the only real difference is the outline. Is that a TS hat? Hell yeah, it is. Who do you think I am to not have a TS hat? Actually, a lot of people got TS Circuit hats. We gave them away during Hacktoberfest. We'll probably give them away again. In fact, you can buy a TS Circuit hat at swag.tscircuit.com. You can buy a TS Circuit hat. I would recommend this one on the left, version 1. That's what I'm wearing. But version 2 is, you know, for you people with a big brain. I'm probably going to take down that store because it's very expensive. So, yeah, Shopify charges a lot of money for a little store, and it's probably a waste of money. So I have fixed the maintenance tracker and the playwright test as well. Oh, nice. Wow, it's about to go over. Look at that. You're almost at 95. Okay. You'll probably be at 95 by the end of this stream, so I'll set you up after this. Give me one cap. Just one cap, man. Just give me one cap. Okay, I think we have to deploy this first before we can get Algolia search. Do people really like Algolia search? I'm just gonna say deferring. Oh my gosh, this is such a big PR. It's a good thing our docs are kind of a mess because it makes me not too worried about them changing. Yeah. I'm going to defer to Rishab's judgment on when to merge this one. I like the bun docs, so generally looking for whatever they do. Grin. All right. That's all I'll say on that PR. Sometimes, there's a lot of details. Rashab went through them. Sometimes it's best not to go too deep. Okay. That's just somebody commenting. Let's get through some notifications here. Have you seen this drama of mine in the contributor tab? You had broke playwright test. I had fixed that today. Yeah, I did see you fixed it. I knew I was breaking playwright test too when I merged because I couldn't. I was trying to merge that PR for a really long time because it's such a significant change. I was getting merge conflicts constantly. But yeah, I probably should have made the test pass. But I'm glad you fixed it. Now we are all good. Isolate functions requiring Three.js into separate endpoints. And then all he had to do was produce the dist directory. And from that dist directory, there are no ESM files in your dist directory. We also don't really need to support CJS. So you can just add -- format ESM. But if we had merged this, it would have broken the package. Grin. I like to just let people know, because people make mistakes. You learn when you make mistakes in prod, but that's how you learn. That's how you learn. Oh, I broke production. I guess I've learned a way that I should not, do things. And so if I'm blocking you from doing that, I still have to give you the experience that you broke something. I still have to give you some of that pain, right? Routing failed. Ooh, look at this guy. Wow. Damn, I love a good render. This dude's doing a very complex layout. He's doing Charlie plexing in there. Autoroute completes, but with 4 connections not found. They are simple connections. Yeah, the maintainer has sort of gone AFK on that project, unfortunately. I hope he comes back. Yeah, Ansh, I saw your conversation. I think I even responded. We're just going to use GitHub sponsorships for it for now. And then we'll use Algora later. Because to be honest, and I like Algora. We use Algora, but I turn on auto approvals for Algora. And so if there's scripts that pay people automatically, it wouldn't have an approval process. And so it's actually quite dangerous. So the GitHub sponsorship CSV is actually a better fit because I can look over it and make sure the scripts didn't go wild. Yeah, definitely drama. One time I pushed hard-coded dev-env when I was an intern. Yeah, that's very normal too. Yeah. I had a CTO who was or a friend CTO who is like really mad at someone for like an intern for pushing like, you know, like basically like uh he the intern reset the production database. Okay, read me with documentation for testing purposes. Okay. To fake external services, you can create a fake implementation and use it in your tests. What is this? Wait. I don't understand this section at all. Sorry, man. This doesn't involve usage. This isn't how you use this. The consumer doesn't have fake Anthropic. Doesn't have Git test server. You have to show them how to use the package. Wait. Package. And your usage is wrong. It's wrong. Wait, what is going on here? Does this have an approval? This is wrong. Dude. This is wrong. Rishav. What is, honestly, all right. I'm calming down. Look, guys, code reviews get me riled, okay? Code reviews get me riled. It's a library designed to facilitate testing by providing a fake implementation. Okay, this is wrong. Yeah, this is pretty wrong. What do I even say? All right, hold on. All right, let's calm down. Let's take it one step at a time. This file, start server. This is just not how you use it. All right. This isn't really how you use this package. I think I'm going to close this PR. Like, this person has been working on this a while, but like, that's not how you consume this. That's not how you consume this. What are people talking about? I'm like, I want to fix this issue before I deal with the Anch style drama. Oh my gosh. The I need to write a blog post on fakes because the amount of like people. Oh, okay. All right. Guys, fakes. Okay. All right. We're just going to do it. We're just going to lead by example. Anthropic. I like his title line here. Let's see if we can is a library designed to facilitate? Nah, it's too lengthy. Big Anthropic helps you test against is a library that starts a server that can substitute for the production Anthropic API. It's used for testing Anthropic without making API, without making any calls to the production API. You can start the fake Anthropic server like this. All right, I'll read some of this drama. Man. All right. So how much was I getting sponsorship? Please let it be. Blah blah blah. Hey, what do you want in that 3JS PR? I couldn't understand the review. The CJS one, dude. It won't work. It won't work. I don't understand your code. You know what? I should. All right. Look, guys, I get riled sometimes. All right. All right. Let's go through it. Let's see. Where are we? What repo is that in? Is that JSCAD Fiber? Now you have to comment this is wrong in a much more sophisticated way. Should I remove the loading text? Yeah, I would remove the loading text. I mean, you kind of got to defer to Shibo on some of that too. But yeah, I would remove the loading text. I think it's too much, you know. Yeah, dude, like when you build this, like it literally won't work. I don't know, man. Like, look, if I pull this, what's your PR number? Your PR number is 103. So I built it, right? So in my dist directory, I have all these CJS files. They're all CJS files. If I look at the package JSON, you're referencing JS files. So if I write a script and I say import, anything from this module, and then I run that script. Actually, Bun is pretty smart. Bun might actually be able to figure it out. Or no, actually, Bun knows that we're inside of CJS module. I think you could, probably the best way to fix actually, I don't know. All I know is, I don't know why Bun isn't respecting the export there. Wait, let's try this. Or maybe it's actually, things are a little messy when you're testing a module like this. But dist/index.js doesn't exist. That's my main point. Bun is very, that file doesn't exist. I think Bun is very, very forgiving. The file literally is not there. Bun is kind of ruining my my example here. Let's do this. Import star as anything from dot, and then let's try running it in Node. Yeah. Unknown file extension. Yeah. So node fails. Actually, it's saying directory import is not supported, which, like, I don't know. My point is Bun is being very forgiving for you, but it's not packaged properly, and it's definitely gonna break with a bundler like ESBuild or something like that. I don't know. Bun is kind of magic, but anyway, it doesn't exist. The file doesn't exist. Index.js, which is being referenced. So you don't even need those CJS files. If you like, you can do tsup format ESM, or actually it's gotta go on the end here. You can do that, and then you don't even need the CJS files, because we don't really care about packaging to CJS anymore. But yeah, I think Bun is giving us some magic. Yeah. The reason I was upset about that PR is because it looked like it worked, and then when you validated with the screenshot, which I thought was going to be a size validation, we should actually do the size validation, but I thought it was going to be a size validation, and I was like, wait, you're not generating the files. I just assume that people test that stuff, like that the files you're referencing are going to be there. Yeah, what's that repo? Because we didn't actually look at your screenshot, so we should take a look at your or we didn't look at the size of the files in your screenshot. So yeah, for what it's worth, the sizes also look wrong. So look, your index.cjs is like the same size as 3.cjs. So that looks that looks a little strange. Was Ansh in here? No. Ansh requested a review. Oh, nice, Ansh. Oh, that's nice that Ansh requested review. So now no need to work on fake Algora. Yeah. No need to work on fake Algora. You don't need any more APIs. You're good. Yeah. You can go right to generating a CSV. Yeah, GitHub sponsors CSV format. This is probably better. So what I do is I upload this CSV file and then it bulk gives sponsorships at the end of the month. It'll also mean that sponsorships are way more predictable because it'll literally just be generated completely on the contribution tracker. Because there are usually, if somebody does even a single contribution for like their first month, I like to like buy them a coffee, basically. There's a CSV somewhere. I don't know. They have a CSV format. Your sub has gone to 250, so sponsorship also do 250. All right. Do we hit 250? Yay. Thanks, guys. I'm glad so many of you love me getting mad at people when doing code reviews. I don't know why your I don't know why your 3JS bundle size is the same as your index. That's very strange, actually. Because you shouldn't, because this one, I don't know, it's kind of like just small in general. Peer dependencies. Oh, it's because 3 is a peer dependency. Okay. So it's probably okay then, actually. If 3 wasn't a peer dependency, then they would be different sizes. But I actually think you're okay on size. It's just the CJS thing. Does GitHub take any cut of amount sponsored? GitHub cut of percent sponsored. I think it's not so bad. Up to 6%. I pay a lot for other payment platforms, like as a percentage of my cut. So 6% is actually basically literally the best. Like, even though 6% is also pretty high, but I'm not crying about 6% because I think the other ones are quite high. And if somebody from those platforms wants to work with me and get closer to GitHub's percent, I will probably lean more towards you. But yeah, 6%. Group waits until subcircuit is routed. Let's check out this PR. This shouldn't be static. Why is this static? These can't be async. This code shouldn't even work. Render functions can't be async. Don't reinitialize inside render functions. Can we check the maintenance tracker? It is done. I mean, no, I don't think so. Why, you didn't even check yourself? What am I, guys? Am I your web browser? What the hell? Like, wait for any existing. Okay, I get it. I get the idea with this method, but unrelated subcircuits should be able to go in parallel. Okay, but I do understand why it's static now. It's elegant in a sense, the solution, because even though it does it serially, update auto routing goes. Oh, interesting. We're not we're not supposed to touch circuit JSON while inside of an effect. This is a rule of React, but unfortunately we don't enforce it currently. It's a good attempt though. It's a pretty good attempt. It's a pretty good attempt, actually. Yeah, it's a pretty good attempt. I think this is a pretty good attempt, but I'm curious if we can try and approach a bit more like group dot are any of my children auto routing, because that would allow for more parallelism. But I don't hate the we can't really use statics. It would need to be on the root circuit, because different TS circuit / core instances would interact if we use statics. Sorry guys, a little bit of a technical one, but very important that we can route subcircuits like this. So it's a very good one. Just give me a pat on the back for Maintenance Tracker. It's me, virtually giving you a pat on the back. Sevi AI. I was thinking about making a Sevi AI for a while. Okay, this one's interesting. ElkJS for automatic schematic layout is kind of a big deal. Fixed contact link. What's our contact link? Oof. If people are wondering about the link, you can just click on it and see if it has a href, right? Let's start working at this. Please lay out a plan or checklist. Oh, you want me to break it down? That's just mail. O/, who dis? O/. I don't know what that means. Yo, what up? What up, Zernox? Sound like the bad guy alien. Yeah, I think that should work. The mail to. I think mail to links work. Dude waving. Yeah, I can see it. Publish unpublished snippets. Snippet not found. That's valid. Publish unpublish. With example snippets. Let's make a feature so you can only... So... okay. I'm just gonna bookmark this one. Let's mark it as unread, because I have thoughts on that. I don't think we want to hide snippets. I'm not worried about the clutter. Like, GitHub is cluttered, but you can find order with it. I'd rather have the data. I think we should star. We should star things. Even though there is a snippet with that name, not found. Import not found. Possibly a backend issue. We should check to see if the bundle endpoint works. So we pretend to be, well, we don't pretend to be, we are an NPM registry. So it would be like https npm.tscircuit.com/package name, I think. If we look at our status checks, we should have an example of what the URL looks like. Yeah. You have to encode it. That's an NPM thing. Then we can confirm if it's backend or not. The current, let's see, is he using WebWorker? The WebWorker uses the bundle, the registry bundle system. The old runner uses the snippets API and tries to hack things together in browser. Okay. I don't have much idea about TS Circuit, but are you single-handedly managing this? Damn. I think there are. I mean, we got a lot of hands in here. I wouldn't say I'm single-handedly doing it, and I have 2 hands. Just removed loading text and updated PR. Searing ox with a silent G. Searing ox. Okay, I like that. Dude saluting. I like the dude saluting one, actually. That's pretty fun. I like saluting as an emoji. It's probably one of my favorite emojis. The saluting one. I think you need Shibo's approval, though. I'm watching, every time I see Ansh merge, I'm watching it like a hawk to make sure he got all the approvals. So far, Ansh has done very well in always getting approval, so I'm happy about that. On the scale of things that get me mad, sabotage. I call it sabotage when somebody does a review where the code looks like it works, but it actually has problems. So that's pretty high on the, Sevi's gonna be aggroed. Don't try to do that too, because that's like it's literal sabotage if you do that. The next worst thing is merging something that is a major regression and not going through the process. If you go through the process, it's fine. But if you don't go through the process, you're going to have one mad guy, me. Lazy loaded pages. Render skeleton. I mean, why is this here? Why is this here? Lazy loaded skeleton. Dude, you can't use app.tsx. Shibo, correct me if I'm wrong, but there should be no changes to app.tsx. This loader should live exclusively in index.html. This is a pre-chunk loaded loading page. I mean, am I crazy? Is that, are we gonna wait for the loader to load? I'm obeying all your messages. All right, good on you, Ansh. Good on you. I'm using the powers of becoming member of TS Circuit. Yeah, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. I'm pretty happy about it. I'm pretty happy about it. And you started school, right? So your time is limited as well. All right, so integrating Elk.js. Shiba wants a plan or a checklist. Yeah. Have we validated Elk.js can actually lay out a board properly? I think the thing I'm most concerned about is validating that it can actually do a layout that is nice. I've seen some screenshots that look okay, but if we hit sort of a, but if it's too limited, I feel like we'd be better off trying to build out a basic circuit specific layout algorithm. The bounty definitely doesn't make sense. Maybe we have a repo called experimental Elk.js layouts or something. Maybe we allow injecting, I don't know. Just something. Takes circuit JSON, lays it out. Waiting for loader to load. Yeah, we don't want to wait for the loader to load. Exactly. That's the whole, I think that's the whole point is when you, I mean, I could be wrong, but, and this is hard to see, but if I zoom in on this page and I refresh, do you guys see how loading flashes in the top left? That's why, like, we don't want to be, like, you see it? Does it show up on stream? Why can't you tell people now to make playwright tests for the feature they are making? Because on snippets, everything is like front end most of the time. Yeah, I probably will. It's a good point, Anch. Snippets, GitHub experience. Let's find a way to make snippets work like GitHub. Different people can develop locally. Yes. I remember you said large comp. Yep. Pretty well. Let's lay out a plan. Yes, I agree. The CLI needs snippets syncing. That's a major first step, and I think I have an issue for that. So we can try to build out a roadmap for that. Give indication in the browser that the CLI is currently loading. That's a good one. Shiba did some serious project management yesterday. It looks like 9 hours ago. Import types on server refresh. It's almost good I didn't check this before bed. Maybe it isn't though, because now I have to review on stream. But import types. Yeah, that's valid. We can also try using the type bundler, although it's kind of broken right now. HTTPS registry API .tscircuit.com. Sorry guys, this is like we're deep in the technicals, but I mean that is there's some good issues. Yeah, we got to fix the type bundler. Give indication the server has refreshed after you save. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Do I not? Yeah. So make save to snippets button work. I can look at doing some road mapping today, possibly on stream. In the landing page, it makes sense, but in the dashboard, it might depend on a few factors. Yeah, you mean like what page should be the loading page, like on the dashboard? That's why I think Shiba wanted a pretty simple one, because he didn't want it to be super page specific. We can have a GitHub project. One thing I really want is a GitHub action that syncs a repo's code to snippets automatically, like Vercel. Somebody did a product doc, and I feel really bad. I think it was Rohit, if Rohit's around, but they did a whole product doc on that GitHub action, but then their product doc made me realize that like I really like there's so much backend stuff, like it's gonna be a little bit of a mess if I delegated it. You know what I mean? Like I do want to get people into backend stuff. I think I have a pretty good pipeline into backend stuff, but yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, Elk.js is a big one. Shiba laying on the hard issues today. What do snippets do? Snippets are small circuits that you can import into other circuits. So this is a snippet. That's a push button. If I go to the 3D view, it's more obvious it's a push button. See? So you can now import this into other boards. And that's the symbol for it, which is an unfortunate symbol. Wow, we're still going through issues. It's 40 minutes on stream. I do think we're at the end of seeing what people said to me yesterday. Option to import circuit JSON. Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe as a footprint, importing a whole circuit. A whole circuit might be a bit odd, though we could do it. It's how the JLC PCB converter works. Haha. Ha 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 ha. Let's see. I think we have a circuit JSON to TypeScript converter. Circuit JSON to TS circuit. Yeah, we have a converter. So like snippets can be public shareable and have a run snippet sort of preview. Yeah, exactly. I mean, a snippet is basically a repository. We call it snippets, but even on the API, the name is package. So it's really an NPM package, but we do a lot of bundling and stuff that is more specific than an NPM package in some ways. So maybe we should have called them packages, but packages makes a lot of sense in a software context. I like to think of it as a snippet of code because they're supposed to be short. And I think circuits should be built on small snippets of code. So I think that's actually the right way to build a circuit is you build up snippets. So you say, oh, this handles my power. That's a snippet, right? So, yeah. It's time to break out the caffeine. Let me send a quick message to Shibo, just on the contributor channel to tell him he's on fire. At Shibo, these issues are flame symbol, fire, 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 and then you always got to keep them guessing. Penguin? Always keep them guessing. Please review this one. I think I probably reviewed it. 914. Did I review it? Gray tiles. Oh, this isn't merged. I really like this one. I was berating Kam Senapati earlier, but he's a good guy. He's done a lot of good work. Done a ton of good work, and I appreciate everyone who tries, even if I yell. Just think of me as a bad father. I love my children, but I yell at them sometimes. Cool. Yeah, so we did these gray things on our status page. So instead of this being completely red, it's gray for the areas where it was not yet introduced. So it's for new services. We've really stacked up our our registry lately. Or our status page. We really want to track like everything. And so when services go down, like GitHub, I think probably has an internal status page. This is almost an internal status page in some ways. Is Shibo now full-time working? I believe Shibo is also a student. I don't mean to out anybody, but yeah, it's just me and Rashab for full-time. Yeah, sometimes I wish you would all come over and work full-time, but hello Sebi, can you check run frame PRs maybe? Maybe, please. Okay, we've got 2 add red X button. Yeah, the style on this one was not a fan of that style. Yeah, I don't like this stop either. I think I don't know. I want okay. I know design PRs are always tricky. But I feel like I want like just a little X, like just a little X in a little box, It doesn't have to be the same height. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Start. Let's take a look. What do you guys think? What do you think of this design? You know what? Maybe it's fine. You know what? I'll stop being anal. Maybe it's fine for now. Because you're not going to terminate it very often. It's very rare that you would terminate. So I don't want it to be so pronounced, right? I wonder if we could do... Maybe you could do a ghost button, so no background on the button. Could you try that? A ghost button? So on the button... Oh, you didn't use a button. Use a button. Use the button. It should say cancel. Yeah. Yeah, it should probably be cancel. But try this. Here's what I want you to try. Okay. I'll write it down too. Okay. Can you try no text, no stop, or cancel? I like how Ansh worked on the termination, so he knows what this is about. He's saying he can't terminate, by the way. He's saying he can't terminate, Ansh. Show this man how to terminate. You have to use eval web worker has a terminate method. Has a .terminate method. Okay. Ansh just introduced that, so Ansh can help you. No stop or cancel. Use the button component. Make it the ghost variant. Little red X. I know design PRs are the worst, but you do have to you do actually have to terminate it right now. Again, this is a good like sabotage. This is a good example of sabotage because you're not stopping it. So somebody's browser could be crashing or something, and they'd be like, "But I stopped it." But you didn't stop it. You didn't actually terminate it. So like, I know some people don't have the permission to do it, but for a PR like this, you should really say pretty explicitly like, "Oh hey, like this doesn't fix it. Like do not merge or something like that." Like people are too eager to get stuff merged. Like if they got something in and they weren't supposed to, they'd be like, oh, hey, I got the cache. But actually you should be terrified that that would happen. Like in my old company, if something wasn't supposed to be merged, people would write do not merge at the top. Like you do not want that to get accidentally merged, right? Because they are very incentivized against sabotage. They would get in a ton of trouble. But here you get paid if you successfully do sabotage. I don't want to mess things. I know, Ayush. I know. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. You're a good guy. You're a good guy. What's this one? Add max min button. Add max min button. Max min button. Maximize. Oh, the full screen. Let's visit the preview. Should I make some labels like do not merge? Nah, it should be in the title. I think it should be in the title, and then people should edit the title. A label is too easy to miss. Okay, cool. It's toggleable. Let's see how the full screen actually works. Oh, wow. You actually used the full screen mode. Interesting. Okay. I guess that's okay. When you do full screen, does it actually, yeah, I guess that's okay. I guess that's okay. I was expecting it to be browser full screen, not actual full screen mode. You know what I mean? What do you guys think? Do you like, it feels like actual full screen feels a little bit weird to me. I think I get that is a little bit of a miscommunication thing. Can you make it just browser full screen though? Which means you'll need to have a test where the run frame is inside of like a small box and then fill in the browser. Yeah, it's too much, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, sorry. So that's a miscommunication issue, but just fill the browser window. So make it new example with the run frame being really small. And then when they hit that button, it's just going to take up the full browser window. So it goes over everything. Yeah. But good work, Ayush. Let me see if I can just mark that PR. So we actually want to fill the browser window. Sorry, bad PR. Although that is the original functionality. So I was like, oh, we want to mimic the original functionality. So I'm going to say it was 90% bad communication on my part. Yeah, like a full screen dialogue pop-up. Yeah, basically. Just because just the context where it's used, run frame is usually on a page and you just want to make it bigger. You don't want to make it full screen. You might have like your code and you might be doing stuff. You don't want to necessarily have it on an entire screen. It's not a movie. That's my thought. You'll need to bad issue description. You'll need to make an example where run frame is inside a window with, e.g., a lot of padding so it's small. Play gambling issue roulette, baby. Have you implemented one of the stream marker solutions? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, yesterday was a really, really slow day for me. Today might be kind of slow too. Oh, I can't look at my calendar on stream. There's too many people's names inside of it. But no, yesterday was a really slow day for me, so I will probably I mean, I took a look enough to know that it was pretty easy. But I also feel like I like the idea of using YouTube. I'm okay with the idea of OBS. I think OBS is a decent one, but I like I don't know. YouTube's retention seems to be forever. Maybe YouTube will go away. I wish all this uploaded to Substack. That would be ideal. And then I would need OBS because Substack has like the worst APIs right now. But Twitch, they delete the VODs like so quick. They delete the VODs like instantly. I have some thoughts on. Okay, so we want to make snippets like GitHub, and very similar to GitHub. So, I was originally thinking 3 types of snippets: unlisted, public, private. For publishing, I think there should be versions like npm. And you can go back to any previous version, lock-in versions. It's import specific versions, etc. Because you're multi-streaming proper. Oh, right. Twitch has clips. And clips do stay forever. Does YouTube have a clip option like Twitch? No, I don't think it does. But I was going to link to timestamps. Just the timestamp of the long stream. If it's retaining the... Oh, YouTube has clips too. So we could actually create a clip. But the problem with creating clips is you have to specify the start and end. And I really just want to give them like a general... Like they can... Well, ideally I give them when I start, but I'm not going to mark when I start. So I'm not going to put in that much effort, you know. Yeah. I should do some work on that. Oh man, this is gonna be a busy morning because we have so much stuff we got to get done. Not like just on the stream, just like in general. I'm just thinking. So this week, the reason why this is called Cache Me If You Can is we're gonna try to implement a way to cache auto routing results with subcircuits. So the reason that's a big deal is because if we're able to cache subcircuits, auto routing results, you can create very, very large circuits just by caching the smaller subcircuits. Because we found that free routing really can't handle too many traces. We think we might have, I would say that we probably have somewhere around a 500 trace limit-ish with free routing before it starts to become kind of unreliable. Twitch clip is press the button. Previous 90 seconds is included in that clip. It's not bad, actually. So just after the review, when I submit the review, I just click it. And then if they want more information, like the clip has all the timestamp and stuff like that. Clips like short clips from stream that can be uploaded later. Yeah, so what we want is when I do a review, I hit a hotkey and it pastes a link to a clip so somebody can see the review. Because people have said that they really like, wow, I can't believe this is the description. Soup Zod definitions. Holy moly, that's terrible. Sorry, I just realized that this description is absolute garbage. Wow. CircuitJSON is a low-level circuit representation, contains all the information. Let's say we just got to shorten this. Can be used to visually represent schematic, PCB, produce Gerber files, produce bill of materials, do morning some more. We'll just do that. And then we even own circuitjson.com. I always add KiCad as a category because that's where things tend to be. It's where the electronics people on GitHub tend to hang out. What if you gave a stream link and it finds good clips for you, then you can upload them wherever needed? What if you give a stream link and it finds good clips for you and then you can upload wherever needed? There's a lot of services that do that, but that doesn't solve the code review problem. Can we organize a multiplayer tournament where we give people time to make snippets in a time period and we can give them a TS Circuit cap or money as a reward, but the condition is they have to post on socials? Yeah, so a lot of people trying to help us get our signups up for a TS Circuit. We're trying to get lots of signups so that we can drive more interest, or so that we can show there's interest. So if you sign up on tscircuit.com, you're helping me get my metrics up. We might run some competitions, but like, dude, if I spent all my time, like, you know, I got to find the right balance, right? Almost everything I do on stream is like kind of productive, because like, you know, like eventually we'll have more community organization stuff when like we can do that, but it has to be like pretty productivity related. And also, like, we haven't had a ton of luck with community generated snippets so far. Like, as far as I've actually ordered them, and they've worked. I ordered one community snippet and it didn't work, and it was kind of disappointing, and it actually probably took longer to debug or figure out what was wrong than if, you know, I think as we get more validation, especially if we ever do the Digital Logic RFC, which validates that you have chips hooked up properly and they can talk to each other, it'll probably be more likely that snippets work first try. But yeah, a couple of people need to pick up the mantle and show me that they can make snippets, you know. I think a couple people are trying. I think Shiba's got a pretty nice Wi-Fi camera module. But yeah, I think if I did a hackathon for snippets, I think a lot of people would just have broken electronic devices right now. Okay, so conceptually, the auto routing cache engine, just jumping right into it, I can make something like this because I have an idea about it. You wanna make a hackathon, or you wanna make a device? You should make a device first. You should try to make a device, and then I'll order the device, and it'll be great. I definitely... Oh, I forgot that we were doing this fake Anthropic usage thing. I completely forgot about this. The guy doing this PR is great, but he usually looks at README issues, and then each time I'm like, you know, the project, you know, maybe he can do like a bunch of our writing, but like, you know, you gotta understand the project. So we already use fake Anthropic in another project, so maybe I'll pull that up very briefly. But there's enough information in the tests to figure out how this module works. Oh, I hate spending time on stuff that doesn't move the needle. This doesn't move the needle. I should stop working on this. Let's see where we use fake Anthropic. Oh, it's not in here. Let me pull latest. Okay. Fake Anthropic winner spec bundle. Start a server with bun. Oh yeah, why are we using node handlers over here? You could just start a bun server. Makes no sense, actually. It's interesting. So trying to remember how bun works. You have a request, you return a response. So I think you just do... think you can literally just do that. I might have to think about that. But pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah, this is another way to use it in Node.js. Usage with bun. Usage with Node.js. I wonder why because this all runs with bun. I don't know why I used all this crazy stuff. I could have just started it with bun. Bye, Sevi. Good night from me. See ya, Ansh. Get node handler. What do you give to this? Something like that. Why bun? Why not node? Why not node now that node has what's it called? TypeScript stripping support. I don't know, man. Bun's got a lot of stuff. If you look at Node's built-in HTTP server, it kind of sucks. I mean, you kind of go to Bun for the standard library now. You just have to be mindful not to use it where you shouldn't be. When I wake up, please send me an email saying your sponsorship is upgraded due to maintenance tracker. Bye. Oh my God. Ansh. Ansh feels like my first real experience working with like Gen Z employees, but he's not an employee, but you know, the equivalent of it. He's like a TikTok meme of like Gen Z workplace style professionalism. It's a good thing. All right. Yeah, so server.ls import is really how this works. Usage in test fixtures. Many times you'll want to create a test fixture that uses the Anthropic SDK. Or that uses a test fixture that sets up your fake Anthropic server for usage with the Anthropic SDK. I just make jokes. You know me. I'm with ya. Let's finish out this README. It's a bit painful, but this could be like a template for other figs. I have too many windows open. I'm losing track of things. I think I don't need anything except this repo now. So we have usage 1 Anthropic SDK test. I think the thing that bugged me about these docs is they were like super wrong. And like, I don't know, if you're writing a README, it should be correct. Yeah, it irked me. And he also uses mocking external server. Yeah, it's just really not. It's just so verbose. It's not good. Honestly, I get this person is kind of trying, but yeah. Like this is so crazy. This part. Oh, this is actually, that's correct, but they did it. They used it wrong somewhere else. Hold on. Actually, maybe that's somewhat correct. Maybe they changed it already. I'm gonna resolve that one. I don't know what I was talking about there, but I don't like it. I still don't like it. PR is over AI generated. Yeah, it feels overly AI generated. Exactly. Um, I might have read it a little bit too quickly though. I might have read it a little bit too quickly, but like, you know, I think like code should be pretty obvious. If it's not obvious, you know, you might have a problem. So, Anthropic base URL equals so we're setting up all of the Anthropic API variables to test this thing. And then, yeah, like this is fine. You could use bun though. I wonder, probably just use bun. I should test this out more, but not gonna do it. Okay, we'll move this guy here. I don't know. We could. Should we give this a quick test just to make sure that this code works? It's good for the soul. Let's do it. Touch test.ts. We'll open our test.ts file. Import our bundle. Yeah, make request. So I was a little bit wrong. All right, make request. Let's see if it works. Cannot find module immer. I might just need to install. Let's see. Cannot find module immer. I don't know. It's probably a bad missing dependency. Okay, so theoretically it started a server on 3030. So localhost 3030/health. Yeah, okay. So this works. But I do need to do make request. I don't know what this second parameter is. Options. I guess we'll just leave it blank. Okay. So make request. I wonder why you need to do main bundle.js. I think you can just import it. I don't think you have to import the bundle. I could be wrong, but I don't think you have to import it like that. Yeah, and then with any bun test thing, let's say usage in bun test fixtures. See ya with a lot of flashy money. Yeah, see ya, Anj. There's some people who I'm very curious to meet in real life, and Ansh is definitely one of them. But it's cool. I mean, Ansh kind of knows what he's doing when he's coding now on TS Circuit, and then he's also got some charisma. So it's a potent combo. All right, cool. Test my Anthropic test. Yeah, these docs, you know, a lot of time could have been saved. This was all done for me. But I do want to do it once just so I can point people to a project that has a fake README that makes a lot of sense, I guess. We'll say git test Anthropic server. And then best practice is, you return like Anthropic base URL, something like that. I think people don't see too that like, sometimes your work, it has like impact as people copy it. Okay. Anyway, that's probably good enough. That should work. Okay. Add README with usage. Oh, I got to pull. Nice. No merge conflicts, just the way I like it. All right, and then we'll link to this commit. I wonder how now, like after writing this whole thing, was the PR was it that far off? Let's see. After having done this whole thing, should we leave a tip or something? Because they tried. They used Axios too, which you would never do. Yeah. This part's actually okay. I actually don't mind this part. But this part doesn't make any sense. I think this is where it got a little bit too much. That part doesn't make any sense. And this is too verbose. So I leave it be. Yeah, I don't know. In retrospect, it was 50% there. And I'm just like, it just wasn't worth it to get it to 100% via review. But I don't know. I don't like to just like steal something out from somebody like that issue. But I don't know. I did not like. Yeah. I don't know. Mixed feelings. Probably could have been a little bit better there, but yeah. I use Axios. Yeah, I like Axios, but I was sick of we're switching to KY everywhere because I was like hard like let's use Axios everywhere. I like having a unified HTTP library, but Axios is just they're just not integrating fetch fast enough. And yeah, that it really is just that. they need to have like an Axios version with fetch. And then I started using Axios compatible things, and I was like, all right, you know what, whatever. It's so heavy for what it is. And like the other thing with Axios is the errors are really bad. So yeah. Okay, where are we up to? Right, auto-routing cache engine. Let's see what we can get done here. Oh man, I got too many windows open. Too much chaos. And we're all reviewed up. All right, cool. So yeah, so cache me if you can. We're going to do some route caching. Can you check the button PR? I tried to fix it. Yeah, I got you. I don't know. I guess I got to go to your deployment here, right? It's still deploying. Wait for it to deploy before you ping me. If I can't test it, what do you want me to do? Check the code? It's a design PR. Okay, so conceptually what we want to be able to do is find out if two circuits are the same and give them a key that indicates that they are in fact the same. I was thinking about this last night, and I don't think I was thinking about this when I wrote this and also last night. And when I was writing this, I was like, it's really not this simple. You can't really just have one key represent a circuit because it's just difficult, I guess. And to say that, there's like all these circuits that are equivalent, you need like a more robust representation, like a vector or something. But also, I think the cache key will get us like 90% of the way there. And then we can build the vector system on it after. So I'm going to start with a cache key system. And what we're going to do is make it so that if you give this some circuit JSON, it can evaluate the circuit JSON and output this cache key. We're basically just going to do this. There's also this thing I'm calling cache space, which is where if you have a bunch of auto-routed traces, you have to convert them into, so this is like, this is an auto-routed board, right? Rashab, if you're here, do you know how many traces are on the Arduino Nano that's being routed here? Because I'm curious, because free routing did pretty good on this. I wonder if this is kind of where we say the maximum is, because it did do this board eventually. I think it's not super reliable when doing this board though. This is the Wi-Fi board I'm very excited about. We'll have to check. Yeah, I'm not sure. Arduino Nano. Whoops. Oh, wow, it takes a while to render. Or did something break? Oh, there it goes. I was like, where's the loader? Okay. And now we're waiting for traces. It's a little weird that it stops loading. It says that it's done, even though we're still waiting on traces. Either that or the traces are broken. Like, no. Actually, it should work. I was testing this. Yeah, it should work. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, we can go to the Circuit JSON tab, and we should be able to type in trace and literally just count. So it looks like there's 129 traces on the Arduino Nano. Seeing white always blows my eyes. Sorry. It's funny you say that, because I was wondering if other people have that problem. Same. So you guys want me to keep it dark mode the whole time? I can try to, because I do have an extension. Hold on, I'm gonna do white real quick. I'm gonna do this bright white light real quick. All right. So if I turn on dark mode, I have an extension that does dark mode. So that's about as good as I can do. Yeah. That's pretty good, actually. It seems to work. I'm sure some things will break, but it seems to work relatively well. Add dark screen, white screen is not for developer. Yeah. Add dark mode. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we might add dark mode at some point. Okay. This one's pretty cool. I don't know why I didn't finish this board. Done. Build. All right. We got to get this cache engine working. So I have a pretty simple idea in mind for it, where we basically just sort things so that, so we want to be translation invariant. So we want to make sure that if somebody moves a circuit, it's still equivalent. So I guess to do that, we first need to generate two circuits that are just shifted. So let's do this circuit. This is a pretty simple circuit, and I'll put it in a group. We'll say group PCBX equals 3. So that should shift it. Okay, so we shifted it to the third. You can see it's kind of off the board. Maybe just for, so we'll have it be, so everything is shifted 3 degrees. So then we'll run this. I'm gonna turn off the web worker just because I'm a little worried about downloading with the web worker. I'm not sure if it works. Okay, so we have circuit 18. That's what circuit 18 is. And then I'm gonna go back to PCBX 0. Maybe I'll even adjust the Y too. And we'll save this one. So now we have two circuits that should have their routes cached. Yeah. Why is the maintenance tracker stuck at 94.94? Why? Even the tests are passing. Probably waiting on a workflow run, right? It's probably just waiting on a workflow. All right, we got two circuit JSON files with shifted stuff inside of them. So in our test directory, I'm going to add an assets directory, and I'm going to copy over those files. So we'll say it is 97 in local. Well, yeah, because when you run locally, it generates new logs. It's not going to be accurate local versus prod. That's not how it works. The workflow is running correctly. I've checked in local. It doesn't matter. Dude, your local, every time you run, it adds a log. So maybe the page is being cached. I don't know, but be patient. Be patient. Okay, so we'll say circuit 1, circuit 2 for now, I guess. So if we actually go into these files, the difference is if I look up like a PCB component, the centers are going to be a little bit different. So if we look at PCB component 0, this one's X is 6, and I go to this other one, its X is probably going to be not 6. Oh, yeah, X is 3. So we need to be able to determine that these have the same cache key. It's a pretty good test setup. Pretty simple. That should have same cache key. Yeah, so there's a lot of tricky things about this. One is how things are rounded. So JavaScript is not like Python has like unlimited accuracy if you want it, if you enable it. You can have like basically unlimited accuracy with your numbers. But anytime you go to JSON or a file format, you're generally going to lose that accuracy. So I guess it doesn't even really matter. But we don't want small floating point errors to change how the circuit works. So we're going to have to find a way to sort of predictably round these numbers or something so that they're always equivalent. Because I'm sure in this document, we've got things like 1.59, blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, it looks like it's that width is consistent, but you could get things where it's off like that. We might actually want to make these both have floating point issues or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see if we can get this one done, and then we'll play around with like different, I'll say this is test set 1, just because we might have other test sets later. So that'll be how we'll differentiate them. Yeah, let's see. Let's create our index file, and then our README kind of lays out what we need to export. So we need this generate auto-routing cache key function. So we're going to define that. It's going to take circuit.json. And yeah, AI is helping us out with that. We need the type for circuit.json. So I will add the circuit.json dependency, import that type. Next chapter, disgusted by JS number issues, rewrites the project in Python. We are going to have Python stuff pretty soon because we want for the Python ecosystem to be able to participate with TS Circuit. But yeah, I think whenever you go to serialized data formats, you kind of run into trouble. So yeah, it's probably unavoidable. Plus, like, even if you didn't have this number issue, there are like situations where you can have like overlapping obstacles that are equivalent. So let's say you have let's say we have a circuit on our left, and it's got like this kind of red box, and that's like it. And you need to route from like here to here, from A to B. So that's what you have to do, and you've got this red box. There's another scenario that's actually equivalent, and so it can be cached the same way, where you have like something like this, an obstacle inside of this obstacle, and these are actually the same problem. They're going to have the same result if the system is deterministic. So you might as well figure out a way to cache these. In this case, you could just remove this obstacle, so you could do that. But what if it's like that? Like, this might be so minuscule it doesn't matter. So how can you have a vector or something that acknowledges that they're very, very close? See, the contribution tab I posted is removing one check and adding one, so nothing is working. And so because of that, it is stuck. The contribution tab. You mean on Discord? The contributor tab? Yeah, that's how it works. It takes off from this end and it adds on this end. It takes off on this end, it adds on this end. So until these reds go away, it's not going to go up. It's deployed in Vercel. It is deployed with Vercel. I don't know how that's relevant, but it is deployed via Vercel. Sometimes reading chat is like it almost feels like like if I had like voices in my head and they were just like shouting things. The red X button is deployed on Vercel. Okay, gotcha. In the run frame repo. Gotcha. Then why is it not increasing? Dude, just think about it. Just think about the math. Just think about it. I don't know what to tell you. It's removing green from one side. No, it doesn't have to increase. That's not how the math works, dude. If you take off a passing test and you add a passing test, it's going to stay the same. It has to take off a red. It's not taking off a red yet. That's just how percentages work. That's how percentages over 2 weeks work. I don't know what to tell you. It's just math. It's just a fraction. Why would it go up? Why would it go up? It was passing 2 weeks ago. It's passing now. It's not going to go up. You have to get rid of the red. Okay, let's see this red button. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you changed the size of this icon. Sabotage. Sabotage. You changed the size of the play icon. Murder. Murder. Also, I would move that X a little bit closer. Maybe just remove the gap. Looks a little weird. It's spaced weirdly. Just move it a little closer. Yeah. And instead of an X, let's use a square. Like stop. Because I think stop makes more sense than... But yeah, it's getting there. But you change the size of the button. Don't change the size of the button. I think you also increase the overall height of the run button by doing that. Yeah, don't change the size of the play icon. Yeah, I agree. Square. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I think if people want to go through design PRs faster too, you can literally just like I've seen people do this. They just lay out a set of options. They like have like 3 designs, and then there's less cycles when you have like 3 designs. A couple of people have done that on TS Circuit. They're like, oh, hey, this is like 3 ways it could look. Design PRs are always tricky, you know, unless you have like Figma or something like that where you can draw it out. But that's just how it is. That's just a reality. Like some things you don't know until you try it. Even when I'm doing design, like I'm like trying out things. I'm getting rickrolled now. It's not my fault. You're not getting rickrolled or anything, dude. That's just math. That's literally just how math works. All right. Yeah, we're just bootstrapping this function. I hear rumbling, so I think I promised my my girlfriend here I would go on a date this morning. So I think I need to respond to these rumblings. But this was fun. Thanks for joining, guys. Lots of good PR. Sorry it was a little shorter. I woke up a little late today. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow for another stream. We're doing it. I'll do my best. Thanks, Imposter.